The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake, here's Newman. And incomplete on the deep ball. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Third and long, Newman. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now Newman on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive. And the defense made mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Newman. incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, Newman. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But when you've got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion right is Watkins. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Newman. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Brady. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
In motion right is Watkins. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. In motion right is Watkins. To try again after the sack. Brady. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Brady. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. Brady now on 1st down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Touchdown! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, smash Broncos! 79 Broncos!
And they go play action now. Newman steps away. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Here's Newman to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Pack the 16. Panther 60. Hey, check that. Street.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion. In motion left, the tight end. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Play action. Newman on the move to his left. His throw incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Newman. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Newman on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing again, Newman. Flush to his right. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Yeah, we dominate today.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Santos now to add the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you and dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Damn, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got just broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. He's got a man, complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Play action. It's Cutler. This one taken in by Hester. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. but how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to them?
On first down, it's Cunningham. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Trap 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwebunan.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first and 10, Cunningham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Cunningham to throw. That one caught by Carter. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
18 Cardinals, Dragon 60.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Albert O from 13 yards out.
And the Vikings are once again back in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
So here are the Vikings now as they will go for 2. They're going to try and run. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it?
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Come on now.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Peyton up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the give, here comes Peyton. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. So defensively, 3rd down, you're thinking get the stop, maybe force the field goal try. Instead, he's able to shake free and not just get the 1st down, but get the touchdown as well.
Yeah, so much for the best laid plans, right? And you knew once he got past the line of scrimmage, he was gone. Got the head of steam behind him. Vroom, off to the races. The only surprise would have been if anyone caught him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
19, 18. 18 Radler, 18 Radler.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Cunningham. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 79 Broncos.
Cunningham looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Now, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
On 2nd down, Cutler. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football. And here's the free kick. Taking it about the 16. Oh, good move. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Cunningham. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Cunningham. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Now Cunningham. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They run again with Peyton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Cutler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, Cunningham. He's going deep for Brown. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Lions. Buffalo 18.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Cutler. Flushed out right. Open man is Duvernay. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cutler. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Cutler. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Cutler. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw, Cutler. That'll be caught by Hester. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down at 4.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Dragon 60.
To throw on second down. Cunningham looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
18 level. 18 level.
Throwing on first down. Cunningham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And, boy, he is very... Very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now a give, it's Peyton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 104 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
So much of the game today We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On the run, it's Peyton. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Sayers. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Running it here with Peyton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Cutler. That's complete right around the 8. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run now with Peyton. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. He's going deep for Brown. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Play
clock hits 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now after the interception, here's Cutler. And he'll just get rid of it.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lockett in motion right. 2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
To throw again is Cutler.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From midfield now, here's Cutler.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing again, it's Cutler. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here's Cutler to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Tyler Lockett, 39 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Cunningham. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Going to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out the fuck.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of fuck.
Toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top,
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of fuck.
Let's go. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming forever.